I know you want to jumpstart your concealed carry game. I'm going to show you how just 11 minutes a day can get you there.
This video is for educational and informational purposes only.
I've had my concealed carry license for the past 8 years. And I can say that for the last 4 years, I've put in an hour a day for maybe 3 of those years. And then I busted it down to this last year right now to about 11 to 15 minutes a day, or 11 to 15 minute sessions. Most people say go 10 to 15. I like to go right in the middle. We say 11 minutes. So if you watched the first video in this series, you already know what we need to start this stuff off. We'll need some snap caps, preferably 3 or 4, in my opinion, just for safety. We'll need that platform. YouTube, this is clear and empty, nothing in the chamber. Now we have snap caps, which is a safety mechanism for firearms, and that is in the chamber. This firearm is considered safe. Now in this video, we're gonna get more into the conversation of targets. And understand, target focused, not dot focused. We all should be running dots here in 2025, man, come on. If you got iron sights, kudos to you, but most of us are running dots. So you don't have to go out and get something like this. You can use something as simple as a light switch, a picture frame, something like that. But I like to use true USPSA targets. And to help you out even further, I would suggest getting a blue marker or a red marker and coloring in that A. Just giving yourself something very small to look at in this A zone. This is the A zone of the target. This is the C zone. This is the D. Anything outside is a mic. This head box is an A zone. This is where you want to be aiming at. Right here at this A in the very center of that A zone, bro. We have our target placed over here on the wall. And what I want you to do is go over those first steps again. Remember, check that garment. Make sure that is adequate for what you're carrying today. Not what you carried yesterday, today. Then I want you to grab that shirt up, out, down. Grab that shirt up, out, down. Remember, in the last video, what we said, don't punch out. And that's in my opinion because you tend to punch out at chest level. You see? You want to see how I'm up at my eyesight, my eye line? Over my dominant eye, my left eye. If you're still having trouble with that, go back to the first video and check that out and just get used to that, man. Get used to getting it out, getting it up, getting it in that eyesight over the dominant eye. You cross-eye dominant, use your left eye. You need to figure that out, like I said before. So if you passed all of those steps and you're comfortable with getting your firearm on target, you need to make sure that you are target focused, not dot focused. A lot of people are squirming around looking for this dot, If you're target focused, your firearm will drop in your point of aim, your eyesight, as long as you are not punching out. If you are like, imagine playing basketball and you have to follow through. Imagine that follow through. This is following through with the firearm. This is throwing up something crazy. So I'm looking at that A that I colored out earlier in blue. And what I want to do is get it up and just keep looking at the A. Narrow your sight down to that A. Only look at 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 that A. I move too fast for y'all. Let me slow it down. Only look at that A. Sorry, y'all. It's going too quick. Only look at that A. And you want to make sure that you are checking your holster too. See, a lot of these things I kind of skip over because I have that muscle-mind memory, that muscle-mind connection. But reholstering, please look down, guys. Please look down. You don't want to come out here with one nut, right? One cooch lip if you're a girl. Now, I told y'all I was going to show y'all what this blue tape is all about in the last video. So let me tell you, this blue painter's tape is like a meta trick or a meta glitch when it comes to staying target focused. A lot of people don't understand it, but it does. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the platform. So right now, we just rough drafted on the firearm because I truly don't need it right now. But I want to let you guys know that you still can acquire your dot through this red tape. And this will alleviate or take away everything within this sight, within this glass that you do not need to see, which is nothing but the dot. So if you're target focused and you're doing this thing right, this dot will land exactly where you want it to every time. It sounds impossible, but it is the truth. Take a look at this dot. As you can see, this does not obstruct that dot. It just obstructs everything else from around that dot. This will allow you to still land on target and be able to kind of stay more target focused. This is the purpose of the Blue Painter's tape. If you ever see me with it or you see somebody else with it, this is a lifesaver. If you want to know any more about that, drop me a comment down there, man. I'll give you all of the glitches that I have in order to make sure that I'm on target, that I'm being safe, and I'm shooting what I want to shoot. We're going to go ahead and leave that tape on there, and I'm going to reholster so that I can just show you guys exactly what you should be doing. Like I said, I don't need it, but I'm looking at that A. I'm focused on it. I draw. I come down. The dot is right on that A. It's not on the A. I mean, it's right on that A. I'm not lying, guys. If it's right on that A for you or right on that light switch for you, let me know. Drop a like, man, if I gave you a gem right there. If I gave you something meta. If I gave you something meta, drop a like. Look at that. That is beautiful. Now, I didn't invent any of these things. I just utilized them, honed in, and mastered them. Remember, you want to grab at your shirt a little high. If you feel comfortable going lower, do it. But for me, it creates that punch out. I want to fall on. I want to reel. Look at that. I want to reel with my wrist, right? Exactly. I got another tip for you that goes along with acquiring that stand target focused. I'm going to drop it to you right here at the end, man. It's truly meta. It's almost a little bit more meta than the blue dot, to be honest. Than the Blue Painter's tape, to be honest. It's a little more meta. I think y'all got it, bro. I think y'all got it as far as drawing your firearm and getting it on target and staying target focused. If not, let me know. But we're going to get on to that trigger press. We are clear. We are going to put back in this magazine with the dummies. You seen that. With the dummies. It's in there right now. So this is a SADA trigger, so a single double. A lot of you guys out there running Glocks, it might be difficult. You might have to rechamber the dummy into there, or you can go ahead and get yourself a dry fire mag. You can check that out. Look in the description. That's all I'm going to say. A dry fire mag. So with this SADA trigger, I'm able to press the trigger. Look at that. I'm not pulling. Feel the wall. Press the trigger as many times as I want. You can also do this with like, what is that? A Taurus G2, something like that that has like a that second strike capability. You're able to go ahead and keep pressing that trigger, not pulling it. Remember that. That's going to be important later on in the series. So I have my firearm ready, reholstered here, and let's pull it out. Only press that trigger when you're ready. Only press it when you're ready. And the reason why I say press and not pull, because when you pull, you're yanking something, right? When you press, it's gentle, it's simple. You're only putting as much pressure as needed on that finger, right? And you're not moving this hand any more than what you need to. It's literally just this. Just this. This is the muscle right here. This is the muscle and the guidance. Don't let nobody fool you. That's a real good gem right there. This is the muscle and the guidance. You reel it, lock it, just press. And a lot of people will say, don't over muscle with this hand. I still over muscle down at the pinkies, down at these lower two fingers, I over muscle. And then I definitely over muscle with this. And then, like I said, look at this. Don't pull. Press, right? Draw. We come down, we land, we press. Very simple. Practice that very slow. Don't worry about putting speed on it. Next video, we'll grab a timer. We'll put some time on it. Don't worry about that right now. So remember everything that we talked about in that first video and at the beginning of this one. Posture, the garments, the grip, the master grip, and that trigger press is very important. Come out. Simple. Let me slow it down. Let me reiterate that. Let me slow down that trigger press. And you only want to release that trigger enough for that reset if you have that second strike capability. And just practice that regardless with any gun that you have. Only until you hear that reset. You can hear it in my gun. Let's see if you can hear it. You heard that? That's the reset. So this is a single double. So the reset is quite long. It's quite long. So I tend to cock that hammer because after that first shot, it's going to always be like this. You just want to make sure that you're mimicking exactly as what's going to happen with your firearm after it goes bang, as much as possible. Now, we can't simulate the recoil and things like that, but you can definitely get all the other steps down to make everything just flow. Just flow. Just flow. Remember, stay target focused. Keep your eyes on that A, on that colored in A. And I'm going to give you a game-changing tip right here. A lot of people don't talk about it, and I don't think people even use it, but for me, it works. And just try it out and tell me if it works for you. Tell me if it works. And if it works for you, I want you to drop a comment, man, and say, bro, you helped. Hit that bell notification to all, too. Check this out right here. So when I'm looking at that A, before I come here, before I even grab my gun, before the tape is even implemented and things like that, I'm looking at the A, I give it a quick blink. Just one blink. It's like I'm taking a snapshot in my brain, right? A quick blink. I draw, I come up, I'm there, bro. I am there. And I press that trigger. Blink. Blink at that A. Or if you're using a light switch, at that very small light switch, take a small wink at it, a snapshot in your brain for me, it feels like it's programming my body to drop that hand and that pistol into my line of sight. Literally. Now that was a doggy ass meta secret. At least one of my meta secrets. Take that snapshot. You're right there. We all got a point of aim, bro. We all have one. Literally. Take that snapshot. Let's go over a little bit of stuff we talked about. Get you a target. Now this is for the next step. If you need all those other steps again, go watch that first video. Get a target. Focus on something very small in that target. If you got a USPSA target, color it A. You got a light switch, look at the little light switch. Meta secret. Use the painter's tape. Blink at the target. The smallest point you can. Now, on our next video in this series, we're going to talk about multiple garments and defeating the layers, jackets and things like that. Timers, putting on some time at the end of that video. We may even get into off-body carry, bags, 945 Industries. If what you've seen here was useful today, or if you just tuned into this video, I want you to check out the other one that's up top right here. 11 minutes of dry fires for beginners. Come back to this one. Watch them in order. Watch it as many times as you need to. Click that bell notification to all. I'm out of breath right now. It's cold where I'm at right now here in Colorado. Hold the door open for the next man. I'm out, Warriors.